Hi everyone, this is Warren Mitchell, the administrator for Reality TV Guide, and this is the continuation of my official rankings of all Survivor seasons. I'm terribly sorry that I missed a couple of days. Just had a lot going on with all the other recaps going on. Working on another editorial, and then preparing this Revenge of the Reality Losers comics that I'm doing. That all that's tying into my my real life situation. I mean, I'm starting back up in school in 2 weeks. I just couldn't find the time to go to the next installment. But I haven't forgotten about this countdown. I made an agreement with myself that I was gonna rank all 30 seasons of Survivor before Survivor Cambodia's Second Chances airs. And that's what I'm doing right now. If you've already missed the first two installments, Fiji was ranked at number 30, and then All Stars was ranked at number 29. So now we're going into number 28, and just like the first two, this is unscripted, off the cuff. We started back in 2007. Went away in 2008, came back later, sometime last year. 2007 was the one where we went over this season that we're about to talk about. So, here we go. I follow a lot of Survivor fan groups on Facebook, and it's a very vocal fan group to take part in. They have a lot of compliments and a lot of complaints about the more recent seasons. And I'm just fine with whatever works. Like, if they can take the current formula that they've been on and they can make it work, then I'm totally fine with that. And then a while back, they did have a season that went sort of back to the basics. No real twists or anything like that. Yeah, they would have they would have the Hinamini Idol stuff, but no Exile Island or Redemption Island or anything like that. It's just a plain old season. Sometimes when you do a plain old season, it doesn't always stick. And I thought my number 30 ranking was gonna have a lot of people up in arms. My number 28 season on this countdown is Survivor China from fall of 2007. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this season at all. So many people would rank it into the higher ranks of the Survivor season. Some even ranked it into the top 10. I know Jeff Probst did it back in 2010. He ranked China in his top 10. And we recapped this back in 2007. At that time, there weren't that strong praises for it when it originally aired. I mean, over the years, the China fans are more vocal about it, and you see it rank a lot higher. And you know, I understand why they would rank it, but it just did nothing for me. And I'll explain why. First, let's talk about what it did right. I mean, the casting went a lot better than it did in Fiji and Cook Islands. There weren't anyone that I downright hated. I mean, they had good personalities over there. Like, Amanda Kimmel was one. PG was one. I know, this guy named Aaron, he was a good character. And Courtney Yates kind of, irked me at first, but didn't really, care to hate. James Clement, he was a good character in his first season. Not so much in the later seasons that he appeared on, but his popularity made sense on China. And then Todd Herzog, I knew he was a smart person, and I don't disagree with his gameplay. I didn't catch that finale, but I heard he made a strong statement in that final tribal council. If I have the time to replay that again, I'd probably understand. I think the casting was the only good part about China. At least in comparison to Fiji and Cook Islands. Because if you've seen Fiji and Cook Islands and how the story arc went, then you've seen Survivor China, because it is the exact same thing as the seasons before. I mean, Survivor Cook Islands, one tribe totally dominated the other. Survivor Fiji, one tribe dominated the other. And then China comes on, and it's the exact same thing. And for a person that hated Fiji and Cook Islands for those reasons, I'm sorry, I couldn't buy into that season. And the big problem with that is that it goes a lot further into that. It's not bad in that kind of way. It's like boring. I mean, there's nothing going on within that season. At least in my opinion. It's like you're watching something on autopilot. It's like not a whole lot of gameplay going on. And then you kind of expect the kind of things that actually happen within every episode. Like, you're just bored, waiting for it to be over, waiting for the year to end, waiting for them to do another All-Stars. Now, it's not as deplorable. Well, you don't hate it. You don't hate how this season turned out more than you hate Fiji and Cook Islands, because it's just the characters. Like, Todd was one of the stronger winners. Like, I know he didn't win any challenges, but in terms of strategic and social game, he had that down to, he had the formula down. Just what made me not enjoy that season was I literally called it in the first episode. Todd was gonna win. Like, within his first confessional, I knew what his game was gonna turn out to be. And at the same time, that's not the biggest problem. I mean, not only I could call that out, you knew where everyone stood in that season and how they were going to place within those seasons. You knew John Robert and James were going to get blindsided by their alliance. You knew PG was going to be the last person from John Who to go. Like, there was no hiding it. It's like, you knew how the pecking order was going to go. And I had no reason to get invested into it based on that alone. I mean, I literally don't know if there's anything else to say because it was that boring. I mean, yeah, so, China had a better cast than the 2 seasons before it, but it was just the exact same as those 2 to the point where it's boring. Not awful, but boring. So, Survivor China, number 28, and I'm not recommending that season at all. I don't know how, man, as soon as I upload this on YouTube and share it on Facebook, I'm gonna get a lot of angry comments. But, you know, that's just the way I saw it. And you can always agree to disagree.